This is John Paul Wright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, covering Depp vs. Heard. Been covering the case for, I don't know, 2 years or more now. And this here is the testimony of Kate James, who was Amber Heard's personal assistant when she was with Johnny. Now, I want to point out a few things here about what she says that really make Amber look bad, even when Amber's lawyers are questioning her. So it seems like her treatment by Amber was really bad. Screaming in Kate's face, very loud to the point where like spit was coming out, very low pay, and giving her the evil eye when she talked to Johnny, as she puts it. What I really love is when a witness says something and the audience or the people watching and probably the jury gets a good laugh out of it. So that's the first thing I want to get into here. Let's see what Kate says.
Give me your best summary of what your job duties were, please.
Okay, so let's see. I mean, if you are ready for a really, really long time of me explaining all of the details, that's fine. It's everything you could possibly do to run someone's life, okay? So it is grocery shopping. It is taking care of admin. It is running errands. It is getting the car fixed. It is getting the dogs groomed. It is picking up flowers. It is dealing with the decorator. It is dealing with the housekeeper. It is going on and on and on and on, and it goes on every single day. Arranging travel, dealing with all of the surplus staff around the travel, booking all the greeters, dealing with the changing of travel, okay, liaising with people that she's working with on films, updating her calendar accordingly, liaising with the people on set every single day to update her calendar to ensure that she knows what scene she's doing each day, what her call time is. Every day it's something different.
You were paid for that work, correct?
Very poorly.
Okay, so not only did Amber Heard pay her really lowly, but in Kate's words, Amber screamed abuse at her about the low payment. So this right here does not make Amber look really good, and the relevance of what she did for Amber being a personal assistant shows she was around Amber all the time. You know, up until I think she said 3 p.m. when she got her son, which was one of the reasons that she took that job because of the low pay. She could have got a better job, but she said that because of her son, she had to take this job with a compromised pay, which I can tell you firsthand is very true. When you've got kids in daycare and going to school and the parents are working, hours around the job are very important because you can't leave the kids alone at certain times, even if you take a paycheck hit, you know, unless you're like wealthy and you're at that like next step, maybe, but normal salary, it's very important. Anyway, I really love how the audience laughed at something negative about Amber because you remember those things. You remember when you're impacted with laughter and things like that, and it's laughter in a bad way. They're laughing because Amber paid her such a low, crappy salary, and you could tell she's distraught. She does not like Amber. Her attitude's like, yeah, You could really tell this woman had a terrible experience working with Amber. Let's see what else we got.
You, well, since your termination, you've had nothing but animosity toward Miss Heard, correct?
No, I actually bumped into her at the P.O. box about 3 months after, and she was in her Range Rover, and I saw her sister, and she said, come say hi to Amber, and I went back there, and I was going to say hi, but she was on the phone, and she was saying, wait, but then I had to go. That's the only time I've ever seen her, but I wanted to go and say hi. I wasn't feeling like I wanted to avoid her or anything.
So the lawyer, Rottenbaum, I think that's his name, is trying to set it up like, well, you hated Amber because she fired you, and we're going to plant this seed that you're here to get revenge because you were fired. And Amber did explain why she was firing her. She didn't just fire her for nothing. So she said, I got to take care of my mother, got to take care of my family. You know, she gave her a reason, at least when she fired her. So that means you could kind of understand. You know, I'm sure all of us at some point, or many of us, have been let go from a job. And I mean, it's not the most personal thing. Like, how personal can it possibly be? It's a business arrangement. So at first, a little bit, maybe you're like, oh, why me? You're taking it personal. But you kind of settle down with that, and in the end, it's business, it's a job. So I would believe that maybe, like most people, she was mad at first, but yeah, got over it. And like she said, she saw Amber after that, and it would make sense. Amber was chatting on the phone, been like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you, Kate. I'm on the phone with somebody who might get me a part in Aquaman, or someone I could play Monopoly with at night." And okay, see you later, Kate. So that sounds pretty believable to me. And then Kate goes on to say, when you're really close with someone, you've kind of got that love-hate thing going on. I think she uses the word ebb flow for the relationship, which is true. I mean, if you're a human being, you know sometimes you work with people you hate working with, but there are parts of them personally you like. So it breaks down to two parts, basically, for me in my field of work: how much I like working with the person and how much I like working with them personally. Now, there's a big difference, because sometimes I'd go on the job with somebody and they were great at it. They helped me out, they got the job done right, and the day went smooth, but I didn't like them. But some people I liked. They were great, we got along, laughing, joking, but the job didn't go so good, and it was a tough work day. So there's that balance that everybody has. So some of those people I hated working with got the job done right. So, like, I didn't like them personally, but part of me did like them because it helped my work day. So I think it's complicated there. And Amber's lawyers want to simplify it and say you're mad because she fired you, and now you're coming to court and saying this bad stuff about her. And if there wasn't bad stuff to say, she couldn't really say it. And this is real consistent with things we've heard all along.
You testified previously that you observed Ms. Heard be verbally abusive to her sister.
Yes.
What do you recall about that?
It was ongoing kick the dog kind of relationship with her sister. So it's really hard to pinpoint any specifics, but her poor sister was treated like the dog that you kick, basically.
Now, I have a video on this not too long ago, and Kate will mention the clip I used, or one of the clips. I only know of one clip where she tells her mother, "Don't make eye contact with me, you're embarrassing me," right in front of a lot of people. So I'm not sure if that's abusive necessarily, but I'm sure there was more to it, and the tone she had was pretty nasty. So I'm really happy that Kate got into this. And being nasty to your mother is a really, really terrible thing. So I think that shows a lot about Amber Heard. Everyone gets in fights with their mother. There are times here and there, on and off, but Kate is saying that she was nasty to her mother a lot of the time, like a normal thing, not just these fights they had on and off.
Well, there is a video that online where you can see her being abusive first and foremost. So it's not even based on what I'm telling you. It's what I've seen, the interactions between the two of them when her mother was still alive, and the fact that her mother was terrified of her.
Did her mother tell you she was terrified of her?
She personally told me she was terrified of her.
Did you ever witness Ms. Heard tongue lash her mother?
Here and there, yes. Especially when it was build up to a stressful event or something like that, yeah.
How bad is that? Tongue lashing your mother? I think this here is a really, really important part of the testimony. Anyway, this stream went on for 8 hours, so I'm going to cover this as I go with the things I think are important, and I really liked this testimony by Kate James. I think it really exposed things about Amber. Even when Amber's side asked her the questions, nothing came out good. Everything was negative about Amber. Amber's side tried to catch her in a lie with the mortgage payment, but she explained that there are different plans for everybody. She had a balloon plan, as she puts it, so that didn't really go anywhere. It was all pretty much negative for Amber. You guys, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. Need more shout-outs these days. Just so busy with this case and work and kids, so it's coming, though. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't consider it, you don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad. But I'll get over it. See you next time.